Let's move beyond things like rating and labels, which I like, into what I think is a much more targeted, specific type of way to identify your images. We're talking about keywords. And then we'll move into collections, just to get this thing organized. Now, over here, I have keywords. The ones that are here are the ones that are given to you by Adobe. For example, you have events. You've got people. Did you know that I have a lot of friends, and they're all named either Matthew or Ryan? Makes it easy. Places. I want my own, obviously. So what I'm going to do is make my own keyword set. Now, based on what I have some photographs of our house in Wichita, Kansas, and I have some flowers, and the flowers were taken in gardens around the house. So I'm thinking here, this is not client stuff, this is personal. So I need a keyword for personal. So we come into here, and we click this button right here, and we will call it personal. Now, it will alphabetize it and take it down to here. That's fine. Select it again, because we want sub-keywords under personal. So we come over here and click this button right here, and we'll call one of them home. Now, capitalization when you're searching doesn't matter, so do whatever you want. So we got home, and let's come back up here again and do one more, flowers. You get the idea. Okay, so we have flowers and we have home. The application obviously is easy. Let me shift click on all of these and add home to those. And then I'll shift click on these down here and do flowers on them. Now, once you get the process started, even with generic names, like clouds or sky, you can have as many keywords as you want attached to an image. It becomes easy to find things. We can come right up here if you want to do it here and type in, say, home. And there's all the home photos. Now, this is a temporary search area. We can click the X here to get out, come back up here again and type in flowers. You get the idea. Now, your searches can be confined to one particular folder. They can be throughout your entire hard drive or the bridge area. I mean, you can do as many searches as you want. So think about if you've got 100,000 images and you take a lot of sky photos and 15,000 of those photos are really cool skies, and maybe 5,000 have really cool clouds in them, or maybe 800 of them are of rain, 400 have snow. It's going to be so easy to find them, and all you have to do is set it up over here. And then you can search up here. Now, while we're here, you can sort by file name. Let me go ahead and close the search area. But if you click here, you can say by a keyword or by dimension, size, all kinds of things. You can even do manual. Now, manual means putting them anywhere you want them to be. So you're doing maybe a slideshow or something like that, and you want them in a particular order. Let's go ahead and go back to file name. If you come over here to the star, you can say, I want to see the 1 or more, 2 or more, rejected, unrated, whatever you want. You've got total control. Now let's do this. Click out of here for a second. Let me choose this one, hold the control key down, that's the command key on a Mac, control in Windows, and do some non-contiguous selections, and let's make all of these 5-star. And let's take a couple more here, maybe this one, and control or command on a Mac, and we'll make these 4s. And we'll make this one, and this one 3s. And we could keep this up all day long. You get the idea. Notice over here in filter. Now, I mentioned this earlier. Everything we do to images will be in the filters. I've got 7 images that still are not rated. 3 are 3, 4 are 4, 5 are 4. If I click here, it just shows me those images. If I want 4 and 5, I click both. But notice keywords. I have 5 images that are flowers and 13 that are home. Once you begin utilizing the power of Bridge in large document folders, it's very easy to find what you want. Even things like focal length of the lens, camera raw information, anything you want to do in filter. Now let's move over into something that I really like called collections. Collections are temporary areas that you can hold images from various different folders, for example, in one place so you can get to them quickly. Now you have regular collections and you have smart collections. Let's start with regular. This one right here. Click the button. We'll give it a name. Oh, how about Wichita Home? Now there's nothing in it yet. So we need to get back to the folder we were in. The best way to do that, the easiest way, is click up here. And there it is right here. I'm going to shift click on all these images. And I'm going to drag them in here. So you have them here. You say, well, okay, but I had them in the other place too. And that wasn't really that difficult to pick them out. And I agree. But one of the other things we can do here is, let's do this. Let's go back into pictures. And let's go into this one. And these images actually are in my backyard. So technically, they're my home too. So I'm going to select these and pull those down to here. And now I have those. To me, a collection begins to become valuable when you can pull stuff, even Microsoft Word documents, into one area and hold them there for a particular project. Now, if you delete them from here, it doesn't hurt them. They're exactly where they were when we started this. If I come over here and actually delete it, and then come back up here and go into our folder, well, they're still here, nice and happy. Now, here's an easier way to get a start on a collection. Let's say our flowers right here, since we've already done the home, select them first. Then come down here and click this button. Do you want to include the selected? Now, sometimes you've got things selected accidentally. You say no, but I want to say yes. Just a quick way to do it. And you can get your start on, say, flowers this way. Now, that's nice. I like that. But let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Let's go back in here. Quick way to get back where we were. What's a smart collection? Well, it's smarter than me, I want to tell you. Come down here and click this button for a smart collection. Now, where are you looking? By default, it will say the folder you're in. But let's take this a little bit further. You can say look on your entire hard drive if you want to. So anywhere you've made bridge items out of your hundreds of thousands of images that are, say, 5-star. Because the default says is a rating that's equal to 5-star, or 4, or 3, or not a rating. How about keywords? How about the keyword for home? Anything you want it to be. We'll leave it at 5-star. Match if any criteria are met, because you can add more criteria. You could say 5-star and something else if you want to. Now, we don't have any subfolders, so it's not going to hurt if we leave that on. If you use non-index files, it's going to be slower, but usually you want to put them in there, and click Save. There are the images that were 5-star in that folder. Let's call that 5-star. So we had 4 images. Let's go back and go into our folder again. You know what? This one, I'm holding the Command or Control key in Windows, Command on Mac, and this one, they're 5-star. I'm going to come here and click again, make them all 5. Now watch. It added them. If I go back and take off a star, you are no longer 5-star, it will take it out. So you can have folders that go through all your hundreds of thousands of images and have a smart collection that shows you all the ones that are 5-star, or all the ones that have flowers, or all the ones that are clouds. Smart collections have been there for a couple of versions, but I absolutely love that feature because it updates continually based on what you do with labels, ratings, keywords, whatever it is. Let me show you one more thing. Let's go back up here again and go back down here. All of these images are the house. All of these are flowers. I'm going to do this. I'm going to select and shift click up here. I'm going to go to the word stacks and say group as a stack. What it does is it collapses all of those images into one area, makes it more convenient. If I click here and make that one 1-star, it makes them all 1-star. The easiest way to view without actually getting rid of the stack is hold on the Control key, that's Control in Windows, Command on a Mac, and use the right arrow key. And it will open them up. You can Control and left arrow to bring them back down again. But notice all of them now are only 1-star. If I collapse it back down again and make them all 5 or turn them off completely, basically if I use that same shortcut, you can see they're all gone again. Now, if for some reason you don't want them in a stack anymore, you can go back to the word stacks and say ungroup, and they come right back out for you. Keywords, collections, stacks, all different ways in Bridge to totally organize your images.